Just about set. The light is on. Set. Travel warning drawn in close. Racing. Zen Zero Bay got the best of the start clearly and leads by a length and a half. In second place is Travel Warning down on the inside. Optimal is handy to them as well. And Megami's pressing forward for Pike, goes up on the outside to be racing in a clear second and in the clear. Smile a Lot got caught out 3 wide on the track. A length and a half away is Uncle Jared. It's racing in about 5th spot outside of Playhouse Patron, and then 2 lengths away back in the second last place at the moment. Behind them is Ruling Majority. It would be about 9 lengths away from the leader, and Pim Mahar's back at the tail. So out in front, Zen Zero Bay leads by 1 3/4 with 1,000 metres left to go. Megami's running second, 3 lengths away. Optimal. Smile a Lot is out wide. Travel Warning the inside. Uncle Jared is racing one off the fence. About 2 lengths away is Playhouse Patron, who's down on the inside. The favourites back second last, being covered by Ruling Majority, and 1 1/2 to Pin Mahar. Before the corner, 600 metres left to go. Zen Zero Bay leads by 1 1/2. In second place is Megami, about to pull away from the inside again as Smile a Lot moved up 3 wide. Optimal just off them. Uncle Jared gets to the outside, then Travel Warning. Playhouse Patron is still about 6 away from the leader, and then Ruling Majority, and last is Pin Mahar. Top of the straight they run, and Megami has raced up on the outside and shot to the front. Down the centre of the track is Uncle Jared putting in a bit of a run. Zen Zero Bay back on the inside, but Megami had sprinted right away from them. Megami has got it shot to pieces, leads by 3 lengths at the moment. Uncle Jared's running second. Then came Playhouse Patron down the outside. Travel Warning's battling on, trying to hang on for third, but Megami's walked in. Megami backs up off a super trial and won by 6 lengths to Uncle Jared. Photo third, with Travel Warning on the inside and Playhouse Patron coming at it late. And then Pim Maha, who picked up some ground, followed by Optimals and Zero Bay, and tailed right off Smile a Lot, and a further gap to Ruling Majority. 7-2, and a third got really tight to the naked eye Travel Warning, but joining it Playhouse Patron right on the line. But Megami has absolutely walked in here. Number 7, its trial looked fantastic. Jared Noski was in the saddle, so it carried a bit of weight in that trial, and its previous runs had been okay last campaign. One day it was in the wet there behind Lord Randolph, came down the outside to run second. Then battled away, made some ground from the corner behind Paddy's Lad, and then went out after a unplaced run behind Kelvinator. Straight for a spell, and now with Takahide Ikanushi, who combines well with Willie Pike, and it really has backed up from that trial performance, and that was a win of a horse with a fair deal of promise. Megami sat outside the speed, right on the speed all the way, shot to the front, and on the line, Pike was sitting up that final 50. Just taking a look at the head on, it didn't look to be any real excuses behind them. Playhouse Patron again got back. There was surprisingly big money for the horse today, but again, could only manage to figure in the placings possibly. It's 7-4, getting third on the inside Travel Warning, just in front of 1 Playhouse Patron. 4 1/4 by 1 1/2, 141.87. Last 635.78. So 4 hangs on for third Travel Warning in front of the well-back Playhouse Patron. As we go downstairs to Brittany.
Ike, we saw this horse trial really well on Monday. Was the plan always to come to the races within the week?
Yeah, that was a plan. Yep.
And today, what were you thinking during the run? We know the earmuffs went on, but he still wants to get on with things.
Yeah, she put hard, so I want to do trial before the race and edge off her a bit. Then hopefully settle a bit better today, and yeah, a little bit settle better today, I think.
But the way she was able to win in the concluding stages, you must be looking forward to the campaign ahead.
Yeah, I was happy with it.
The Norton bit off today. Is there any thought about putting that back on? I guess when they win the way they do, it makes it hard to make any changes. But what was the reasoning behind taking that off?
I was using Norton bit home, but this bit I've been using today, she settled better with it. Then I put earmuffs on in the race as well, so settled better with that. So I try today.
What is she like at home? Is she hard going?
Yeah, pretty hard, and yeah, she wants to go hard as she can.
You ride her every day?
Yeah,
Pulls your arms out.
she does every day. Yeah,
Congratulations on the win.
thank you.
There is Takahari Aikanushi after the victory there of Megami, and the punters didn't miss her either because she was well supported late in betting there, Scott, and she's run away with it accordingly.
The punters did not miss her one bit. She trialled on Monday, Britt, and she won that trial by 4 under Jared Noski, so she's done a really good job there to come around to the races so quickly, and you would imagine off that she'll be winning plenty, because we know with horses that can run that sort of distance range with that sort of racing pattern that she's going to be hard to run down no matter where she goes. Hasn't been seen for over 100 days at the races. 1,650 metres here. It looked as though the leader was still setting a genuine clip, and she went straight past and put a space on them, and ahead of some pretty handy maiden types too. Uncle Jared's definitely got a future when he works out what it's all about. Travel Warning had been racing well, and Playhouse Patron was certainly a horse that most expected would go quite well in this, and probably will go well in the near future. So it's definitely an encouraging win from this filly.
Indeed, and good training effort as well, because as you mentioned, 1650 first up, wanting to go to the trial on Monday, perhaps to take a little bit of an edge off her, and can only imagine that she is pretty hard going at home. This daughter of Playing God, as I just mentioned, pulls his arms out at home, and they have to tinker with a bit of gear, and clearly the bit that she was in today helps her out a little bit more so than perhaps the Norton, which did come off for today's start. And previously we'd only seen her with pre-race ears, and they'd come off for the race. Well, today they elected to keep them on for the race as well. So good to see Megami returning to the races in such good style, taking out race number 2.